as you know how to follow where that divine hand guides you as you create, that's how you create your best work.
After this, only 2 of you will be remaining.
I don't want it to be me.
Your next challenge will be to paint a landscape that is a reflection of your journey as an artist.
I have done 3 landscapes in my whole life.
And here we got a gust of wind coming in, almost knocking over.
No. It was just so hard.
I have ants in my underwear. You don't want to know places you don't want to know.
Maybe they're reaching a point where things are not flowing as easily.
My buddy.
Yes.
Going out together.
I was just so close.
I was expecting it, honestly. Kinda.
You'll still have a chance to compete in the Redemption Challenge, but for now, it's time for you to go.
Even just from the plane to getting here, I mean, that whole trip was even just a miracle in itself. So I think every single one was just like all these little miracles. That's the only word I can describe it.
It meant everything to just keep going and keep pushing forward.
All right, artists, come on in.
Hello.
Hello.
It's so good to see you guys.
All of the Redeemers, welcome back, everyone. This is the moment that you've all been waiting for. Some of you have been waiting since the very first challenge, and some of you have been waiting just a day since the last challenge. But all of you are here to compete, and all of you are here because you still have a shot at the title of the Outstanding Artist and the prize of $25,000. So you all have been on an incredible journey, and each of you has had your own story of redemption.
It's been like almost a whole month. That is what I've been waiting for.
Maybe I was meant to have a knock and then think, no, I'm not going to stay down.
Your next challenge is very straightforward in a way. It's to paint your redemption. That is what your challenge is.
I think it would be silly of me to not think that anybody isn't my competition right now, for sure.
If I don't come back to the competition, it would be like,
you check your attitude, which I've had a bad attitude at times. I feel like my last interview was terrible. I was super negative, but I was like, oh my gosh, why was I like that? And I don't want to be like that.
The judges are here to explain a little bit about what redemption means to them and ultimately what they'll be looking for in the paintings when they're judging.
We intentionally had this be a very open-ended challenge because we really want you all to think about this for a while and really we want to see your best work and just show us what it means to be redeemed. And what I think of when I hear redemption is you're showing the world like who your true self is, and you're really coming back to just who you are, what's in your heart, what's inside of you, and you're redeeming yourself. And so I'm really excited to see what you all create, and I hope that you just stretch yourself and you show something that we've never seen before, but it's your style, your voice, and it's just gonna be incredible.
And I feel, I don't get distracted by the pressure. I can do anything.
What this chance offers you is for you to paint your future, paint what you are declaring about yourself and about your journey. And also, what it does is gives you a chance to paint the things that, ultimate freedom of what you really have always wanted to paint.
Of course, I'm extremely passionate about making art, about what I'm doing. I really want to succeed. So hopefully I'll be able to show myself and show all my passion in the last challenge so I can get back into the competition. I feel like that would be amazing.
when I think of redemption and what redemption means to me is in your journey as an artist, we hit these roadblocks. And we all know that, we know what that feels like. And there's these things that stop us, and they're usually things within ourselves. And what's so great about being an artist, and I know you've heard me say this before, is you live an entire lifestyle of becoming your best self and becoming your true self and your most free self. And that's why it's such an honorable and amazing profession, because you spend your life overcoming these roadblocks.
I enjoy what I do, and some days I do it really well. And so my hope is that the Redemption Challenge Day will be one of those days.
I believe that artists are the most courageous people in the world, because you spend your life really hitting these roadblocks and facing obstacles and really persevering and overcoming those obstacles. And in that process, you're becoming refined, redeemed, and being a better version of yourself. It's really a beautiful process to see. So each one of you were eliminated from a challenge for a specific reason. We really want you to sort of think back to what that was and what is the root of that. How did that happen? And maybe in this journey, you know, some of the things that you faced that have been most difficult for you, and you feel like this is your opportunity to overcome it. To me, redemption is really the ultimate form of humility, because in order to sort of overcome, cross over, be redeemed, accept that redemption, you have to really relent to a higher power. And it's ultimately that higher power, maybe that divine source, that purifies us, cleanses us. We need to partner with that in order to fully be redeemed. And it's a humble process to do that. And so that's just some of the things that we would like you to tap into. And I personally, as I'm judging, what I will be looking for, because we're all well aware of what you got out in these challenges. And it's not necessarily that you have to repeat it and do a better job, but in some way revisit, incorporate it, play an ode to it, perhaps. So I want to be convinced that you accepted that redemption and produced your very, very best work with the limitations and the time that you'll have. And I know you guys all are going to amaze us and make it so difficult for us to choose. And we cannot wait to see what you come up with. And I know each one of you have been waiting for your opportunity to really show the world how you are truly an outstanding artist. And we're so excited.
So in order to allow you the freedom to truly show what you have inside of you, in this challenge, you'll have more time than you've had before for paint to dry, for you to express yourself, and to create the source. So you'll be doing the challenge over 2 days in 2 4-hour periods. Well, you have the rest of the day to prepare your source, and tomorrow we'll start painting.
Very cool. Good luck.
Well, artists, this is the moment you've all been waiting for, the time where one of you will get back in. This is a complete flip than all the other challenges, because up until now, it's been only one of you eliminated. And now, after this, 9 of you will no longer be competing for the title of the Outstanding Artist, and will only be 1. I hope you have a ton of fun with this challenge, because that's what really matters. And I know that you all are truly amazing in your own right. So with that being said, in this first part of the challenge, you have 4 hours today. You're gonna be battling the wind, battling the elements here in the old harbor of Spetses. But let's get to today's challenge. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right, your first part of this challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
I have overcome a lot of fears as far as painting is concerned here. And I think I've painted a lot of things that I was scared to do.
When you say you have still something to prove, you're not free. You know, you're attached to something, to an outcome. You want something, you want to achieve something, you want to prove yourself, and that's not freedom. And when you are detached from the outcome, it doesn't matter, and you can really be in the moment.
Seems like every single person here is working with a purpose, working quickly, and hopefully strategically. Almost everyone with paint on their canvases right out of the gate. Surprisingly though, Jesse does not have any paint yet. Nicolette's sketching. Tanya just squirting out paint. Anna going for some inks. Hopefully that dries quick enough.
I was eliminated on the Bubalina painting. And my biggest problem during that specific challenge was my refinement, like my time management was super poor. Like I had an extra hour and I got very cocky about it. And so I'm really approaching this painting as humbly as possible.
Tanya already has her painting completely covered with paint. Ritika sketching, utilizing a grid. The wind picking up.
Man, I didn't want to be in this one. I'm trying not to think about being like the best painting, but I want to try to make my best painting and just have faith that I could win.
Every single artist here has their own unique approach. Only one approach triumph in this challenge though. No one with their overalls on, except Sabrina, who got some Cheeto overalls.
I'm really excited to see how it comes together. It's just in my head and I don't have a reference. I'm working completely without a source and it's scary at times.
I want to do a piece that is 100% me. Maybe I'm taking a risk, playing it safe, but I feel like if it's my last painting in the competition, I want it to be mine. I want to just do my things one last time.
I feel like my redemption already was in the abstract after I got out. I did my redemption there. And then I pushed myself to practice a little bit more or a lot more with acrylics.
I love this challenge. This is the best challenge because I love working slowly. Yeah, and I like that I get to, after today, look and see what I can do to fix it.
Everyone with paint on their canvases so far, except Ritika. She's got a plan.
I got out on the first challenge. I did not know what to expect or what to do. I was kind of not trusting myself and just trying to prove something. Today, I made a point that, I'm gonna give 1 hour to the drawing and then this much time to the acrylics, and I wanted to make sure that I start oils before the time finishes today.
We got a fantastic source. It's all about the execution. 10 artists, and the judges have to choose one.
I create a very demanding source because we can create something that we really love without the limitation of the time. Okay, if you think that I'm spending around 2 weeks for a painting, okay, that's not much.
2 days. That means that you can use a totally different approach than you have this whole time, if you want. Because you have a whole night for your paint to dry. That could change everything.
I had an idea and I have a ton of time to do it. So my idea was that I wanted to do kind of fruit. Well, I don't even know if I'm gonna do this idea anymore. I've surprised myself. I don't know if I'm gonna maybe just keep it as an abstract, but we shall see.
You could be totally dead last at the end of the day today and still pull through and win tomorrow.
It's such a relief. I felt like the other ones were a little bit stressful, and today I felt like I really enjoyed painting. You just have a little bit more time. We can sleep on it, paint can dry, and tomorrow we can refine it, have a little bit more time to do all the details. So I feel like it's a lot more relaxing.
The meaning behind this is really just enjoying the process of it and allowing the little happy little mistakes to happen, because there's happy little mistakes for sure.
Anna came in and she was like, "You are all fairies."
And then she started going up to everyone and she's like, "You're the fairy of this," and like sort of reading who they are and basing it that way. And it was so interesting. She came up to my painting and she said, your paintings are so loud, but I think your insides are actually not loud. They're very quiet, and you're the fairy of silence. And I was like, what? I was like, silence, yeah, that triggers like problems that I've had. As a little kid, I was always scared to talk. I was so scared that I like had nothing interesting to say or smart to say or cool to say. So I was always like super quiet.
I'm super proud of that landscape, and I don't feel like I need a redemption for it. You know what I mean?
Tanya, already comfortable enough to just take a break and have a snack.
I know that I can do line work, and I'm gonna prove it in that painting I'm doing now.
Will it be her downfall? We'll see. Sabrina joining her. Fatal mistake.
On my source, I put a grid on it, and then I put a grid on my canvas, but when I started to sketch it out, it was like, what's wrong? Like there's something really wrong, and I had more grids on my canvas than I did on my iPad, so I was like, oh my gosh. So it was not working, so I just had to like sketch it freehand.
My redemption story is about recentering myself and finding, like returning back to a place where I can make decisions. And not just in art, but in life in general.
It's to stop doubting myself. That's the reason why my source has 3 faces, in order to see for myself that I'm able to create it. I'm trying to love myself. That's all. That's my redemption story.
I feel like with the painting I went out in, I had kind of let the competition start deciding things for me instead of like deciding based on my own creative process. And so, yeah, I think my redemption is just being myself again.
Today, I actually could feel that when I trust myself and I wear my wings as a crown, that I can do anything and achieve everything that is possible, or whatever I aim to. It's just that I have to work, I have to trust myself.
If I'm happy with this painting, that will be the redemption. Because I want to show something that something that's really me.
I know everyone is reflecting, and that is super good because I feel like they had maybe more time to think about it. It's only been like 2 days that I'm out.
For me, being eliminated early has made this challenge much easier emotionally, because I've kind of mourned the fact that I was eliminated and come full circle and kind of re-fallen in love with my own process and my art after doubting it so much.
Deepest struggle, I think, is to show yourself. I think that's one of the hardest things in life. And I think it's amazing when you are able to share what's in your mind, what's in your heart, and you can actually share it, then it's something like it gives it worth.
This painting specifically is a woman kind of grabbing towards the light. So this is like a self-portrait in a lot of ways, and I'm basically like in this painting grabbing at like I deserve to be here, and I want to show everybody that.
It's kind of like another version of the overnight challenge, which I really liked that image. So I'm just retelling it in a different way, and I'm using different colors. Like it's kind of like a culmination of all the best things that I've learned.
The challenge that I got out eliminated from was the non-objective abstract challenge. So even if it is the redemption challenge and it's like my one shot, I suddenly wasn't afraid to try it. And I said, you know what, we're going for it. Let's do it.
In the competition that I lost, I felt like I painted something that wasn't me. So in this challenge, I wanted to stay true to myself and not just paint something that's completely out of my comfort zone, but really stick to who I am and what I want to show the world.
Tanya!
It's on my leg.
It's so pretty! You don't like it?
It was great, honestly, to paint with everyone again. Time flew by, honestly. It didn't feel like 4 hours.
Okay, everyone, you have 3 minutes remaining in this first part of the challenge. Just about 4 hours has gone by. You will have 4 hours tomorrow to complete your painting. More than half of you are still in acrylics. A few of you have moved into oils. A good deal of the paintings look like they could be finished. Some of them. Painting your redemption. And what that means to you. Every person has their own unique story, their own journey that they've gone through. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down. Congratulations, you've completed the first half of the Redemption Challenge. Yeah, great job. Hello, everyone. So I have a little announcement to make for you. So as you all know, all of you are amazing artists, and it's incredibly difficult for the judges to choose one person out of all of you to be the winner of this challenge. And so we've actually enlisted the help of several other professional artists who some of you may know to help us judge this challenge. And so they're here to give you some advice. And of course, they're gonna be judging you based off of the theme, which is to paint your redemption. But they also will tell you a little bit about their criteria and what they're looking for when judging your paintings in this challenge. So, judges, come on in.
Hello! Hello! Good to see you.
And so the 6 judges that will be joining Ellie, Demetra, and John are Barb Gomez, Bree Bartz, Asia DeVore, Constantino Milan, Alana Anderson, and Dahlia Milan. So Barb, as a previous contestant of the Outstanding Artist, someone who was the Redeemer yourself, you were in the exact position that they're in now last season.
Really is about the story. It's not illustrative, it's just your passion. People see it, people feel it, and then you share the story and it grabs them. So be true to your story, know your story, and it's gonna come out in your painting.
She just represents like me looking up to the future, and I wrote on it. I didn't do that during the competition. I don't know why, but usually I put word in my painting, and today I wrote, I will do big things, and I like that, and I'm going for it.
I feel as though I've grown a lot from this experience, and I just wanted to express that in my painting without it being too obvious of an illustration.
You're in a contest, but the biggest contest is with yourself to give your best effort,
And Bree?
Honestly, it's almost like get loose. Like there's sometimes, especially moving in, that you're like getting your details and you're stressed out about time, and like you can feel your hand like shake a little bit and you're like, I gotta get this in. And so just take a step back and like just do a little dance or something and let loose and have fun while you're painting.
Thank you. Thank you, Bree.
For me, this painting is really about stepping forward instead of shrinking. And I think that's what I got out on. The flowers, it's like coming to bloom. I think that's something I paint from the beginning for my art career. It really started in the mastery program when I was searching for my voice, and I really didn't like painting flowers. But I did it anyway because I like flowers. It really represents me coming to bloom.
And Asia, you're the winner of season 2. So what advice do you have for them?
I'm so excited for all of you to have the opportunity to jump back into the competition at this point. Now's the time to really dig deep. Like, just go with your gut. I think that's the most important thing, and that really helped me throughout the competition and ultimately, I believe, to win. So I'm just so excited to see what you guys are gonna do. I know you're gonna dig deep and paint from your heart, and I know it's gonna make it really difficult for all of us to judge.
It was kind of funny because yesterday I was snorkeling and I saw so many fish and I felt like, okay, I'm underwater, I'm like in the flow, and it just felt great. And then it reminded me like, okay, I need to go back to who I am, what I want to do, what's flowing inside of me.
For anyone who doesn't know what I'm doing, which I think is just about everybody, it probably looks like mine is like the furthest from being anything that looks even remotely recognizable. Like, that's how good I feel about it. Does not bother me one bit.
And Konstantinos?
My main goal was to remain focused, because getting distracted is a huge thing in all of these competitions. Really envisioning your main goal for your painting and just going for it, and just tune out everything around you and just really get in the zone, because that is what's gonna really make your piece look wonderful.
Maybe from the beginning, I've just been compared to everybody. So every time I started a painting, I used to just compare myself or compare my source with everybody else. And I just felt kind of that, you know, it is not good enough. But today I did not see anybody's source, did not look at anybody. I was confident enough to just trust myself and just work on my painting, and I am happy about how it is going.
And Elena?
Having any kind of negativity in you can really derail where you're going with the piece. And I think for me, like, I really tried to visualize the stages that I had and break it down in time. So you know what you need to do to finish your painting. You know, just really try to pace yourself, check the time, really paying attention to the small things, because they're really going to count with judging, I think.
I feel like I'm going to get it done. I have some teeny little figures in there, and that makes me a little nervous, but I think I can do it. And with 4 hours tomorrow, I feel great. I think I'll totally get it done.
And Dole, you were the winner of season 1 of The Outstanding Artist, the very first winner. So what advice do you have for these artists?
If something comes up at the end, you might feel like, you know, you need to finish it and you just, like she said, you have a plan. But if something comes up like from your heart, from, I don't know, out of a story or your intuition, it's very important to trust it and not overthink it. You don't want to think like, no, I can't add that, there's no time. Sometimes those little things, they happen for a reason. Those ideas come up because it's the uniqueness that you need to put in the piece. So I think that's pretty important. So just trust your intuition, and you guys got this.
Thank you. Thank you. Where the painting is at right now is at a good point. So now that I'm excited to be able to kind of collect my thoughts tonight and to be able to go in with more focus.
I hope that this gave you some wind under your wings and brought some more life into your ideas for your paintings as you think about, you know, and reflect what you did today and what you'll do tomorrow.
One of us will be at the final. Okay, that's fine. We're all going to create amazing pieces, and we will be very glad for whoever comes to the final.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy your dinner, and we will see you tomorrow morning for the last challenge for 9 of you. Good morning, everyone. How do you feel? I am excited for all of you, and I think that you all are going to do an amazing job today. So you have 4 hours left. This is the Redemption Challenge. One of you guys tonight will be crowned the Redeemer and have a shot in the finale to compete with Katrina and Bree for the $25,000. regardless of what happens today, you all are amazing and you all truly are incredible artists. And I thank you for being here. And let's get to today's challenge. So you guys ready to start?
Yes.
Okay, so your final part of the Redemption Challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. It's a good thing that we have 9 judges.
I'm just so happy that there's many of us and not just 3 of us. We can get a lot of perspectives here.
It is kind of interesting that we're all different judges and different levels and different perspectives, and how we can bring some kind of cohesiveness.
A lot of unique and different perspectives on each painting is really important because sometimes you don't really see the full truth of the painting.
I'm just super excited to see who's getting back in this challenge.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
So for crayon, do you have to use fixative over it?
Depends on what kind of crayon.
Marlboro?
Marlboro? That's a cigarette.
Marabou.
Oh, Marabou? Yeah, I think you should.
Like what people haven't seen is how much better I feel about myself as an artist. So no matter what happens with the Redemption Challenge, I feel so much happier as a person. And to me, I think that's more important than anything.
And I struggle with making my decisions from a position of strength. I feel like I made my decisions reactively instead of proactively. And that's what I really want to accomplish with this one, is I want to go in knowing what I want to say and knowing what I want to achieve, and knowing that regardless of what the outcome is, I'm really proud of what my painting says about me, about others who are like me, and just what it says about my redemption story.
We are all winners.
We are all winners.
All winners.
Not that I can't do the accent.
I'm not thinking about the result right now, and I cannot somehow. But this has been really good so far. And I've just loved each moment of this journey.
We understand each other. That's what I feel like. We know what we're going through. We know what it's like to be an artist or how to struggle with your painting. And I feel like that really connects us in a different way.
Just so y'all know, no critique this time.
Thank you.
Oh, I was wondering.
You redeem yourself. Nobody.
You can do this. I knew if I wasn't taking risks, probably I would have get out earlier in the competition. I'm glad I did it because I learned a lot. But that made me also learn that my process is what I love, and I'm not yet ready to let it go. I'm not yet ready to change it. I feel like I have something more to do with it. When you're an artist, you also need to learn like what you love and what you don't like. So I learned a bunch of things that I don't like, but that doesn't mean I won't do it in my own studio.
On the day, anybody's painting could be the best one, and who knows whose that will be. So for me personally, just like me and the canvas, so I'm gonna try and wring something out of it.
The first one with the jellyfish, it's made out. The second one with the galaxy, it's when I'm believing my own magic. And the last one with the light is that I'm believing in God and I surrender myself to Him. That's the story behind my painting.
But you could do it.
Yeah, you're amazing.
You're amazing.
Anyone? We wanted them to kind of think back to maybe what was the root as to what got them out and deal with that and sort of open themselves up to, you know, the possibility of like growth and being able to overcome what sort of made them stumble to begin with. Mm-hmm. And what's exciting for us is that we've seen all their challenges and what they've gone through is how many of them totally overcame. And that's really exciting. I think it's exciting to see Ava, you know, she tackled something pretty difficult, 3 portraits.
Yes.
I feel like I was rooting for all of them, and it is so emotional for me because I want every single person to be the winner.
I know this to be true of many other artists. You know, we are our harshest critics, and it's lovely to make a painting that you feel good about because it's nice to have a break from that.
It was easier than yesterday. Like the foundation was good, so today I could just stack brush strokes, and it felt like every brush stroke that I did was like right.
For Nicolette specifically, she got out on the transformation challenge, and I really see that strong in this piece.
Tanya Johnson's, the level of difficulty to me was probably higher than most anybody else's.
Yeah,
she pulled off basically a white on white.
Even though I didn't see Ritika's, I knew she was out first. And there were conversations about proportions. And then seeing what she had started was amazing. Like the proportions were really good. There was a lot of layering, there was a lot of contrast.
For the first painting, I think it was a lot on my mind and I just couldn't think straight. I had come out of complete chaos, and at this time I was more prepared mentally and physically and every way possible.
Oh yes. I'm sorry, but it's my time now.
I love that she had like a hidden message in her neck in the painting, and she does that with like a lot of her pieces, and so I just think it's super cool.
She saves all those pieces and she puts them, she knows.
Yeah. It was really a pure joy today to paint that, because it was, I feel like it was the first painting in the competition that I was really able to just stay true to my process and what got me here. Just, I don't know why at the end.
We got waves coming in! I said we got waves coming in. Oh wow, that one actually almost came up.
I'd really been working on my mindset a lot because when I went out, I was having just a really bad mindset. I was like believing, oh, I can't do this. I don't have enough time, you know? And when you let those thoughts go, that becomes true. So this time it was like, I can do this. I can be number one. I can be refined enough.
Some people took some risks, and I think Jessie took some risks for sure. She did not do same old, same old. It was definitely something different for her.
I feel like Melissa took a big risk as well.
I like doing details, so I like to spend a little bit more time on getting something really accurate or very detailed, so having just a few more hours really helps, yeah.
I don't know, like if for any reason, by some miracle I got picked, I might cry, so that would be strange. I don't know, it would be amazing, but I don't know, everybody's really super good and there's some beautiful paintings.
Each one has a different style. Some of the styles take a long time to layer, to render. You know, a lot of elements are in there. Somebody like Tanya Johnson, I know her style is sort of a long process. Maybe Nicolette, right? Ava. And then there's some like Tanya Abu that have a very quick, faster style.
My interview yesterday was like super confident, but today, I've never painted so good and so badly all at the same time. And I can't quite figure that out. I think that's what bothers me. I know I can do so much better.
went with my gut, which I do remember a few of the judges saying that that was going to be very important for them. So I knew from that moment on, when I heard that, I need to push through this painting, even if I feel like it's not coming together.
Okay, artists, you have 3 minutes remaining in this challenge. Some of you are already done, have been done for a while. Tanya. Nicolette, seems like you're done.
Yes.
Yep. At a certain point, you don't want to overwork your paintings with such a long amount of time.
I made a painting that I'm really happy about for the first time in the whole show, so that feels so good. This is really me, and this is what I can do. And with all the other paintings, I was like, can I even paint?
I challenged myself, I competed my insecurities, and I won.
I think it's clear that you all have put in your best efforts, and it's going to be very difficult for the judges.
I really don't want to think about it. I just have given my best, so. And everybody here is just too good. All the paintings are like really, really good and super different. And with 9 judges altogether, you don't know what's gonna happen.
It's time to get those final details in, or decide to take a step back. Naomi's also done.
I don't think it will win because I was looking at it and I was thinking in terms of the elements of art, there are other pieces that are stronger, and that's how I judged. So I don't think it will win.
You guys have 1 minute remaining in this challenge.
I always thought I can only do like faces and big faces. So I was doing something I learned from the Breakcoming Our Fears challenge. And it turns out I like love painting little people. Like I adored it. Every little like, boop, it like changes everything and it's really fun to do.
Jesse, adding in the details on the little Where's Waldo astronaut. Fun little surprise to find.
I'm happy with the painting, but I don't feel like it's the strongest one that like really stands out. I love it though, so I'm okay with that.
Okay, artists, you have 10 seconds left in this redemption challenge. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brush this down. Tanya Johnson getting her signature in literally the nick of time. Congratulations, everyone. You all did such an incredible job. I know I say that every time, but I genuinely mean it. I love all these paintings. You all are amazing. And I'm glad, like I said before, that we have 9 judges in order to help make the judging a little bit easier.
I look at it and I'm just like, oh, like it's not quite there.
It's gonna be tough, but later tonight, one of you will be the redeemer. You will be back in and have a shot at the $25,000 and the title of the Outstanding Artist.
Woo! All
right. Congratulations, everyone.
I think it's one of the most demanding pieces. I'm very happy that it would be the last piece that I'm going to show in the show.
I don't know why, but today I really loved Melissa's painting. The abstract figure with the fish, the gold leaf. That one really got my highs today, and I think she did a cool job. And it's so her style.
I loved Naomi's painting. It was just, I don't know. I loved the colors about it, and yeah, it was just my favorite painting of the day, I think. Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Wow. This is so impressive.
Very.
This one is beautiful.
There was a level of experience that really started to show. Those that have done it a lot can bring something forward.
One that really sticks out to me is Ritika.
I don't know why I always cry in the interviews. It's just super emotional being here. So much altogether, and I think it's a complete transformational experience for me.
Being the first one out, she has so much to overcome mentally and just that self-doubt. And so for her to just be so strong in this and really dig deep in herself and pull off a really good painting says a lot.
Yeah.
Of course,
What
of
a
course. It's one of
improvement.
Sabrina kind of let me down with how long. I mean, it was 8 hours and I wasn't really sure, even like halfway. I tried not to look at any of the paintings before I saw them today, and I just thought it was like an underpainting for the first 4 hours.
It just needs refinement and completion and just like maybe even some more experimentation. And who knows, it may wind up being a series of some sort. I'm actually kind of excited about where it could possibly lead. But as far as the redemption challenge, I don't necessarily think my odds are that great of getting back in with this painting.
With Jesse's painting, it was like so many little things that were tying together, but I was like, what is this about?
Dino said, what does coffee mean? And it's like, it's not about coffee, it's about a girl. Who's the size of a coffee cup? And why is there a square? You have all these questions. For me, I felt like the geometry that was in it should have been either tighter or looser. The ellipses were off in the coffee cups, and that's pretty basic.
When you're in a coffee cup, it's hard to sit that way.
It's hard to sit that way. It would mean so much to me if I won, like so much. I feel like I almost took for granted still being in.
Right away, like from the very start, I really loved Nicolette's.
I think I have a chance. Yeah.
My top three, I would say, were Nicolette and Ritika and Jessie. Those three really stood out to me. I felt like they were very well done and looked completely finished to me.
I don't know, I just feel really good about this painting, so if I have to go back in on a painting, it should be on this one.
All of us deserve it.
Everybody, 3 portraits, each one facing a different way, different angles, and it looks like a finished painting.
Yeah.
I see super balanced, lots of interesting highlights, lots of variation in sizes of shape.
Well, of these
It
3, Ava's is my favorite, then Naomi, then Jessie.
Well, I was judging this, and it's probably because, you know, I've been a judge the entire season, seeing them all grow, seeing their struggles, their weaknesses, and I know when they got out, and I kept in mind this looking at these paintings, the theme of the challenge, which was redemption, and what redemption meant to them. And I remember giving them the advice before they ever started the challenge that I wanted them to really push themselves, do something that's, you know, making a bold statement that's really showing us what they're made of. Like 8 hours, 8 hours, you know?
Yeah. I feel like I have a little bit of a different perspective because I'm coming fresh into these artists. I don't know what they had been through. I hadn't seen most of their art. So I sort of went to that first impression. I'm drawn to this one. Maybe not so much what was wrong, but wow, look at how this pops. Look at how sophisticated this is.
I can immediately think of all the images that I've ever seen in my life that I'll never forget. I've seen them once and they impacted me. And so that's why art is really immensely powerful, you know, it's an incredible thing, and I'm just so glad that I can, you know, be a person that does that.
Okay, well, let's go finalize our scores.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so exciting.
All right, artists, come on in.
Squish.
Well, first off, before we find out who is the Redeemer, I want to congratulate all of you for completing this challenge and for making it this far. Every single one of you had to really dig deep and find out what's inside of you, what, you know, carries you through all of these challenges. And so I want to commend you all, and you all deserve a huge round of applause. So what I'm holding on to right here is the painting that won the challenge. And so we're gonna get to that in just a few moments. But first, we have a word from the judges.
You guys all did really incredible. We saw some true redemption stories. It was really powerful to see. I'm so proud of you guys. We saw a lot of you take a lot of risks. Sometimes they paid off really well, sometimes they didn't. For those of you that really did take those risks, man, I just really commend you. You have tremendous courage. Even if your painting didn't work out, you should be really proud of yourselves for taking those risks.
So first, can I have Jesse, Naomi, and Sabrina please step forward? 2 of you did not make it through. 1 of you will be stepping back down and sitting and join the rest. Jesse, please sit back down. I'm very sorry, Naomi, Sabrina. You both are incredible artists, but your time has come to an end.
Thank you.
Nicolette, Anna, Tanya, please step forward. Anna, Tanya, I'm sorry, your time has come to an end.
Thank you.
Nicolette, please sit back down. Ava, Melissa, Tanya, Ritika, please step forward. Tanya, Melissa, Ritika, I'm very sorry. Your time has come to an end. Ava, please sit back down. Jesse, Ava, Nicolette, the 3 of you are the top 3 in this challenge. Please step forward. Congratulations to the 3 of you for making incredible paintings. And I know that the judges had such a hard time choosing all 9 of them. This is a huge honor because I think through the multitude, there really was a consensus and it was the 3 of you were at the top. So congratulations to the 3 of you.
Your paintings really wowed us with your excellence, and we felt like they were really finished. And just the attention to detail, your story, and we felt such a powerful connection. So just congratulations for making it this far.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know you're gonna just have more and more successes like this. Just one more step.
Congratulations, you guys. It must feel really good to be standing there and know that after looking at all the incredible artwork that other people did, that your 3 were the top 3. That must feel incredible. And I feel like each of you really did take a risk. The level of difficulty that you chose was definitely high. The level of skill that you pulled off was, incredible for the amount of hours that you had, and you should be really, really proud of yourselves.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now it's time to find out which one of the 3 of you will be joining Bree and Katrina in the final challenge. Are you ready?
Yeah, yes. I'm sweaty.
No. I'm sweaty too.
Me too, because I don't even know.
Okay,
So,
let's do it.
The artist who will be competing in the final challenge for a chance at the title of the Outstanding Artist and to win $25,000 is Nicolette!
Yes! Yes! You worked so hard. I'm so happy for you.
Wow. Nicolette, I have to say, it was truly amazing. You almost had a unanimous decision that you were at the top.
I just wanted to make a really beautiful painting that is me, and that's what I did.
We thank you for putting your whole heart into this painting, into this whole competition. Even when you got out, you could have taken a break, taken a rest, but you really put your heart into it the whole time. You stayed in this challenge, and as a result, you're back in and you're competing in the finale.
So true.
Congratulations.
Oh my God!
I think if I stayed in until now, that would be so hard for me. All those challenges, the challenges are incredibly hard. So this was my journey.
Well, Bree, Katrina, Nicolette, please step forward. This is it. This is the final three. You three will be competing, and the public will be voting for you three to choose who's the outstanding artist. So take some time tonight to rest, rejuvenate, and get ready to paint tomorrow, your final challenge. And I almost forgot one more thing, Nicolette. Come get your overalls. You earned these.
Thank you.
This is the outstanding artist. Been here for 31 intense days where you've pushed yourselves to the limits.
Something really magical has happened here.
Your final challenge is to paint your legacy.
I'm so glad that you got back in this.
Thank you. Katrina is just special. Everything she touches is like gold.
Every episode, something has happened that was challenging us, so I wasn't surprised one bit.
This is the final challenge. I may flop it, okay?
Oh.